So before we get going with this episode of Freeman, welcome back by the way, I thought I would just show you what has actually happened in the past. Well, I don't even know how many in-game days has passed since I created the previous episode, but we have leveled up in the meantime. As you can quite clearly see, we're now level 4, and I have increased my armor proficiency to 40, so I will now be able to wear things like this thing, for example, that I bought at a nearby town, and also this, which is a much better helmet. And I've also given myself some tactical glasses as well, which give me 5 armor proficiency, which is pretty fantastic. Now, other than that, I have given myself a scope. It is a red dot sight. Personally, I'm not entirely sure whether this is going to be something that I will be continuing to use, because it might be better for me to have something that is maybe a little bit extra zoom, because the red dot sight, while it's very, very good and actually does increase my accuracy just because of the sheer usability of it, it obviously does not have a very big zoom on it, so it's going to be kind of difficult to use at longer ranges even so. Anyway, what I've done is I've improved my marksmanship as well, and I've also improved my command, and I've also improved armor, as I said before. So, as you can see right here, I actually have a kind of a sniper rifle here, or a semi-automatic rifle at the very least, and this is a pretty fantastic weapon. I'd like to try and get more units that can actually use this kind of weapon. There's also a police vest here, which I think that's actually better than what I was using, amusingly enough. Okay, there you go. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? That's kind of interesting. Okay, yeah, so there you go. We also got that. We also have a pilot helmet as well, which is my old helmet, and I will be now showing you my party as well. So, as you can see here, I've basically outfitted my party in some pretty decent stuff, and I have begun phasing out the lower tier units that I have recruited in the past to kind of get us through the early game, if you know what I mean. So basically we can see here that I have, well, only 1 female villager, and then I have 2 female villagers here. Well, I'm not really using the Sahara party here. I'm not really using them, but they will get some use later down the line. But as it stands right here, as you can see, that she's using a shotgun, and this one is using a rifle, which is absolutely fine. But personally, I feel like the villagers and the various lower tier units, they're not really capable of doing that much because they have shotgun proficiency. And while they still have 45 rifle proficiency, which is pretty good, it's just not as much as, for example, this guy who has 60 rifle proficiency. He also has 60 in assault rifles too, which is really good. So obviously then we have Atacama over here, who is just absolutely crazy. We got some really, really good units here. And as you can see, I've actually given them all medkits apart from this guy, who I think I actually don't have one. So I'm going to very quickly go into Minov here, and we're going to go and buy some medkits. Yeah, they're very expensive, but that's okay. Very, very useful items. And you can see here that there's actually all kinds of other red dots. So we can get this AMT red dot, we could get the TAC 4X, which I believe is a 4X zoom according to the name. So that's obviously very awesome, I would say. I would say that's pretty awesome. Anyway, there's also this one, which is a holographic sight. Don't know whether that gives me increased zoom or anything, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to go for, but I would very much like to try and use either an AKS-76 or something maybe like just a regular AK if I can get it, because as you can see, you need 7 marksmanship to be able to get those weapons, which is pretty harsh, I gotta say. But, well, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is just give that medkit to this guy. They're wearing some pretty decent helmets, as you can see. This guy is the only one not wearing a good helmet, so we'll give him my old pilot's helmet, and otherwise they have really good chest piece armor. They've got really good vests on, for the most part. And yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing. I also recruited this trained infantry. He actually comes with an AKM, which is pretty crazy in itself. So I'm pretty happy with this. And you know, I'm actually going to give him a medkit because I don't want him to die. I've given this militia sniper a medkit, and I've given our trained marksman a medkit as well. Now, this militia sniper was actually a prisoner that I was able to basically persuade to join us, and he comes with this. He comes with this weapon. I didn't give him one, so that's pretty amazing. We got this guy for free, basically, which is really, really good. Anyway, those two groups right there, Mojave, I know, is how you say it. Yeah, it's just a joke. Okay, whatever. Anyway, point is, these two groups are fantastic. Atacama and Mojave are really, really good. Or Mojave, yeah, you know, Mojave, if you've got a sense of humor. Anyway, let's see if we can move on to one of the villages here. Maybe we can try and aha, hello. Oh, that's we're probably not going to face the armored marauders. Let's face it. We're probably not going to face those guys. Maybe we want to go over here. Ooh. Aha. They have some bandits. I'd like to fight more than just this, but I don't want to fight 25 or 22. I would like to fight something a little bit more in the middle. So I'd like to fight something maybe with about... that's fantastic. That is a fantastic group of units right there. Please let me attack you. It's going to be a bit difficult, I feel. Oh, there we go. They gave up. Fantastic. Okay, let's go in. Let's go in. Attack. Yes. Okay, there we go. All right, so even though these are just looters, I'm pretty sure we would be able, with our new equipment, we would be able to very easily eliminate maybe someone even stronger than this. And now that I have additional command skill, by the way, I can now get all of my troops onto the battlefield, which is actually amazing. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to just go over here. It's something that I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of just moving in a bulk over to one location, but this is so raised. The enemy already has a pretty significant advantage, so this is going to be kind of difficult for us, but maybe we'll be okay. It is thankfully daytime, because obviously daytime is definitely something that we never usually get. You know, believe it or not, we never usually get to fight in daytime, because it always seems to be night. Don't know why, but it always seems to be night. And we're going to have a look-see here at how good or how bad the Sahara group is actually going to be, because what I was planning on doing in my off-screen time was getting 3 parties or three squads that would be able to basically hold their own as much as possible. And I think I've done that, with the exception of Sahara. I think the others are okay. I feel like I can still phase out a couple of units from Mojave, and then we'll see what we can do after that. But as you can see, there's enemies coming right at us, and I think my snipers should have a... Oh, yeah. There we go. Yes, good work. Oh, look at this. Oh. Oh, that is so cool. Did you see... Wow, do you see that? That is amazing. I actually did that by mistake, because in other first-person shooters, left control is crouch or prone or whatever. And in this, it actually removes your scope. And look at that, it actually changes your perspective. I had no idea. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. So, for example, if you have a rifle and you put a 4x zoom on it, and you don't want to use the 4x zoom anymore for like close range combat or something like that, then you can actually just remove it anytime you like. That is amazing. That's actually really, really nice. I like that. I like that ability. Anyway, there's only 5 enemies remaining already, because our snipers have done such a good job so far. And I would like to be able to get some experience. I've actually, as I say, in my off-screen time, I actually did get a couple of kills. Got to be really careful here, though, because these guys, even though they are just bandits, they can still deal damage. They can still deal quite a significant amount of damage. I'm actually being a little bit careful here and wanting to make sure that we don't take too much damage at all. I still only have 120 HP. Did that guy die? No, he's not dead, but now he's dead. Yes, that's what you get. Alright, there we go. Okay, so there's only 2 enemies remaining. Actually, only 1 enemy remaining right now. And should I tell my people to move in? I'm actually unsure about that, because if we tell them to move in... Ah, there he is. Oh, he was taken out by the Spetsnaz. But that's okay, because we actually got 5,600 credits and 282 experience for this very easy battle. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for these easier battles, but nothing too easy, you know? It has to have that certain balance. You can't just go in wherever. You got to choose very carefully in this version of Freeman, because if you choose, you know, desert bandits with 20 guys and you've only got 5, then obviously that's you're going to die very quickly. Anyway, this is fantastic. A Posner Commando and a bandit. I'm probably going to sell the bandit but the Poznan Commando is going to join us. 100% I'm going to try and get that guy to join us because propaganda, yeah, propaganda works. Thank you very much. We're going to sell the bandit because I'm not a big fan of taking the bandits. And this guy, let's have a look at his gear. He's actually using an AKM, and he's good. Look at that. He's got 10 marksmanship. He literally has 10 marksmanship. That's fantastic. His assault rifle proficiency is also 67, and he has a number of grenades too. So this is a new addition for the Sahara squad by the looks of things. We're going to have to phase out the female villagers at some point because obviously they are a lower tier of unit, just like I've done with the male villagers already. As you can see, I've already removed all of their gear as well. Now, don't get me wrong. Villagers are absolutely fantastic if you're going to be using shotguns, or in general if you're just not having a good amount of cash to spend. And so, you know, having villagers at the very beginning is obviously a very good idea. Anyway, we're going to level these guys up. Going to level up all of our people here. These wow, that guy's actually leveled up before the rest of his friends, which is kind of amazing and pretty impressive. And obviously we do have this female villager right here, which is probably going to be phased out as well at some point. But I'm very happy that we were able to get this Poznan Commando because he has, I mean, as I say, he has the AKM. That's a pretty fantastic weapon, but I'm actually going to give him something else, I think. Going to give him the AKM 74 because he can use this. He has 10 in marksmanship, and it's just generally better than what he was using. So I think that's pretty good. Now what we can do is, no, I'm actually not going to do that. I thought to myself that maybe it would be an idea to take the shotgun off the female villager and give her something else. Maybe we should give her this. She can't use that though. She only has 5 in marksmanship, so I suppose I will give her the MK14 instead, because the shotgun, while it is a very powerful weapon, it's just not going to be good enough for long-range engagements, and that's primarily what we're doing right now. So didn't really want to have someone, you know, run in or just, you know, generally have a bad time of things. Okay, so now that we have another AK, I'm actually going to swap out the AKS-76, and we're going to be giving one of these guys the AKM, and only one of them has an SMG equipped now, which is actually pretty fantastic. That means that this band of Spetsnaz units are so good. They are going to be really, really powerful for us, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, so let's see what else we can actually find here. Oh yeah, by the way, there's been a little bit of movement in the map itself. So I don't know whether you can see, wait, is it Dubno? No, it's not Dubno. It was something else. Maybe it was around here? Was it Lipno? No, it wasn't Lipno either. Oh, now I can't remember which. Was it Lubny? No. Okay, I'm actually unsure what it was. I think they may have taken it back, which is kind of a shame, but it was pretty interesting to see that happen. Okay, well, anyway, basically, I'm just going to explain what happened anyway, while we search around for some additional bandits. So, basically what happened was, I saw a town that had been taken over by these terrorists. And I thought to myself, whoa, that's fantastic. That means I might be able to go in there and we might be able to potentially get, you know, a pretty decent, well, haul out of it. You know, we might be able to get some cash, get some good experience, be able to take a town, because they only had about 28 units in the garrison. And I very much thought about it. But then I thought to myself, well, I still have villagers as troops, and that's probably not going to be, very good. So I decided, hey, let's just be a bit wiser and, you know, just leave it a little bit. And so, oh, this is a pretty... they have the high ground, no matter where you're looking at it. They have the high ground. Technically, what we could do is we could move back. But do I want to get out of the trees? Not really. This is going to be tricky. Well, thankfully, we do have that Poznan Commando now, so he's obviously going to be really good for us. And we're actually just going to stay here. We're just going to stay in the trees, because I feel like having the trees as cover is probably pretty good. But now that I see them, the trees are not that protective. Well, it seems like we've already come across the opponent, but I obviously still have to be very, very careful here. I've actually decided to move my units up ever so slightly because I kind of felt that just waiting back there, not really doing anything, was probably not the best idea. So I thought, hey, you know what, let's go and try and find some action ourselves and see if maybe we can get some experience for our own character here. I don't see anyone. What? Was that the only looter in that particular group? Surely not. That's a little bit weird. That seems very weird to me. And now as soon as I step out, I get shot in the face. That's what's gonna happen. No? Apparently not. I'm very surprised. Okay. Well, whatever the case, I am... we could go around like so. I think that might actually be a better idea. So I'm actually going to tell my other guys to come over in this direction. And we'll try to flank. Ah, it seems like we have found our enemies. And I'm going to actually just take our friends up there. And we are in a bit of a spot of bother here. Oh, wow, that's actually very close. Hello. Yeah, you see that? That was an enemy really, really close by. The female villager was able to take care of him, though. So, you know, you don't count out these female villagers just yet. Even though I am, amusingly enough. Alright, so, let me see. Oh, yeah, trained marksman doing his thing. That trained marksman, how many kills has he got? I'd love to see how many kills he's got, if it actually shows. Because... oh. There we go. Take that. I actually almost died, so let's heal. 52 experience for that bandit. And I'm ready. I'm ready for any additional attacks. Am I? Not really. Not really, but kind of. Okay, so my forces... they're doing alright. They're doing alright. Okay, we're just going to take my other guys over here. We're just going to leave 2 squads down there to kind of draw the main enemy force. And then we'll try and move around with our other forces and see if we can get a flank going on. Ah, there they are. I see them. Ah, interesting, interesting. Okay, I'm actually kind of surprised that they are that far away, but maybe we can get some kills. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. This SMG is just way, way too short range, at least for the moment. I'm gonna be very careful here as well because I don't really want to get killed, if at all possible, so let's just move these guys up here. And I'm gonna crouch now, try and lean a little bit. Yes, we got him. Okay, fantastic. Alright, so I'm actually just going to wait now because I actually don't want to use my last bullet in this magazine because that means that we are going to have used it. And if you know about Freeman, if you are using all of the magazine up, you know, if you burn it out completely, then that magazine will be disappearing from your inventory. But if you leave it at one clip, or one bullet, yeah, I had to get in clip somewhere, didn't I? Anyway, I had to leave it there and with one bullet, then it doesn't disappear, and it's fantastic, and then you can use it in the next battle. So anyway, credits gained, 7,500, wow. Experience gain, very nice as well, and we got some more MK14s. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this weapon. I've used it in the past. It's good, you know, it's good for an entry-level rifle, but for the most part, I'm not a big fan. So I'm actually just going to be leaving most of the loot otherwise, and we'll take some of the food. We weren't able to take any of those guys prisoner? Oh, that's kind of disappointing. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so there's actually... oh, my. This is a very intriguing party for us to look at right here. I'm actually thinking of doing this because our Spetsnaz have just leveled up. They're pretty fantastic. They're level 4. All of them are level 4. They all have medkits. And these guys all have reasonably good things as well. Oh, he had night vision goggles? That guy had night vision goggles. That's crazy. Okay, let's give him a first aid kit instead of a grenade. And then we'll take a look at these guys. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so technically what we could do is I could get these male villagers back into a squad. So actually let's put this guy, yeah, as you can see, he's actually naked, kind of. except for his underwear. So yeah, because I basically just took everything from him because I wasn't really going to utilize him at all. But maybe he's going to be useful, maybe? I'm actually unsure about this. Let's actually just take a quick look. How much marksmanship does he have? He has 5, so he's going to have to use a an MK14, and then I suppose we'll just give him a first... No, that's too expensive. Let's just give him a grenade. And that's it? Is he really going to be fighting in his underwear? Shall we make him fight in his underwear? That's not very nice. Oh, well, you know what? Let's go into Berezno right here, because I can, along the way. And let's try and sneak in. Okay, the guard is asking him for this. We were kicked out. It says we were kicked out, but we're not actually kicked out. So we can still go in, which is pretty nice. Anyway, let's take a quick look here and see if I can get him something reasonably good. Let's just get him skull mask and a red t-shirt, because he is a red shirt. Let's face it, he is a red shirt, you know. I mean, you know. That's a reference and a half, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so there we go. I think that's pretty good for him. I'm not really aiming to get him anything too amazing, because who knows, maybe he's going to end up dying. But he actually looks pretty professional right now. That's pretty good. Okay, pretty happy with that. Let's go and see whether we could take care of these armored marauders. They have 8 of them. Alright, so I actually did catch up to them eventually. It actually took quite a bit of time, and we were also almost beset upon by a very large band of Cossack rebels, so I'm very, very happy that we were not. But, as you could see, this map is, well, very intriguing, because we're going to see a very flat battlefield indeed. As you can see, it's basically a bunch of plains right here, and I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm hopeful that my forces will be able to get up here, and they will be able to have an amazing vantage point as a result. I mean, just look at this. Look at what you could see all around. You can basically see everything, so it is pretty fantastic. If we can actually make them come to us and pick them off from here, I will be very, very happy indeed. But as it stands, there's 2 groups over in that direction, and there's 2 groups over in this direction, so they might decide to come up that hill here, which I think there's actually one over there. Do you see that? Is that actually a guy, or is that just a bush or something? It might just be a bush, I'm not entirely sure. I think it is just a bush, so we don't have to worry about that, but yes, we are probably going to have some difficulties if they decide to go on to the higher ground. Technically, we're higher than them, but you know what I mean, because they're basically then equalizing the playing field. Well, one of our snipers has picked up the scent of an enemy, or at the very least, he spotted him through his sniper scope, and we're going to see how that goes. As you can see, they're actually starting to fire back at us already, and this is going to be a bit difficult, because, well, maybe it's not going to be difficult with our Spetsnaz, but yeah, I think we might have some issues. Really hoping maybe I can get a kill here. Where is he? Yes, we got him. Okay, phew. That was actually pretty close. I mean, not close as in we were about to die, but pretty close as in it took a long time to take him out. Okay, well, it seems like we're actually doing pretty well against armored marauders, so it seems like we have advanced pretty significantly in our power level, so we should be able, if at all possible, to take on some higher tier bandits and maybe even start graduating into attacking not even just bandits, but actual, you know, faction units like the terrorists, and maybe attacking some of the Cossack rebels as well. That might be pretty good, and we will no doubt gain a huge amount of experience and money from that. So pretty good, looking pretty good so far. I'm actually kind of surprised, because I thought that, yes, okay, you know, Atacama, that squad is absolutely fine, doing fantastically. It seems like those guys are coming over in this direction. That's actually kind of bad for me, because I am at the front. But it seems like they're actually making their way over. And we got this guy right here. This is our SVD trained marksman. He is using that amazing rifle. And what do you mean all clear? Did you hear that? One of our guys just said all clear. No, it's not. There we go. Yes, now we get to see the amazing trained marksman in action. And I kind of wish I had a sniper rifle right now. You know that? I kind of wish I had a sniper rifle. And I'm actually kind of regretting my character creation choices. You know that? Kind of regretting that, because if I could start again, you know what I'd do? I'd try to get as many points in marksmanship as possible, because it's kind of shown to me right now that proficiency in weapons maybe not that important. And male villager died, even though I didn't I give him a first aid? No, I didn't give him a first aid kit. Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad for not giving him a first aid kit. Oh no, malicious sniper was killed. That is not good. That is not good at all. Could you just die, please? I would appreciate it. It doesn't seem like I can kill these guys at all. It's kind of bad. Let's see if I can maybe move around a little bit here and see what's going on. Seems like there's only one left. This guy's gonna kill me, isn't he? Is that him? No, that's not him. Great. Okay, where is he? Oh, he's all the way over there. Okay, so we've actually killed everyone apart from this one guy. Okay, so that's actually fantastic. I'm just going to tell all my people to go over there and take him out. Now, I really do not want to die at the very end here, because that will, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it will reduce the amount of cash and indeed rewards that we end up getting. So I'd like to try and stay alive as much as possible here, at least up to the end. And I'm actually wondering where he is. He's right there. He says he's right there, so we should theoretically be able to see him, but maybe he's being really sneaky. No, he's just over here, I think. Ah, hello. He was trying to shoot at me. Okay, yes, I should really just stay down and not be an imbecile, because you know me. I tend to get very excited when there's only one unit because I like to get experience. So I'm going to try and see if I can maybe go a little bit closer. But sticking my head out is never a good idea. I have no idea where he is. Oh, there he is. Do you see him? Oh, wow. No, I need a rifle, you know. Really do need a rifle. The SMG is fantastic for like mid-range combat, but for, you know, anything further than sort of short to middle range, it's just not good enough. But there you go, 10,000 credits, 500 experience, absolutely insane. Huge amounts of AKMs right there, and we're also getting 2 police vests, a bunch of first aid kits, and I'm very pleased with our unit's performance, especially considering we are now able to imprison all of these prisoners. Actually, not all of them. That's kind of unfortunate that we don't have enough. Yeah, that is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so what we can attempt to do right now is we can execute or release them. Now, if we execute, it doesn't seem like that actually makes any difference. Well, it doesn't make any difference right now, but it will in the future, no doubt. But yeah, I think that if you execute them, then the rest of the prisoners in the... Oh no, they actually did get some compliance. Oh, okay, fantastic. They actually did get some compliance, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, basically what I could do is I can make a Bandit Squad, which might be pretty fun. That might be pretty fun, actually. Maybe we'll try and do something like that. And did I level up, by the way? I did not, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, that will be it for this episode of Freeman. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. And otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.